Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, a lot of us, myself included, have had to balance working from and living at home and the challenges that have come with that over the past 19 months. It's not only about being able to be productive when it comes to work, but also taking care of ourselves when it comes to health and wellness. It's now something that's very important that both employers and employees are thinking about. We're excited to welcome Kevin Crain to our program today. Kevin is the head of Workplace Solutions and Integration for Bank of America. We're going to talk to him not only about the tips he's been able to see that both employers and employees can be able to handle when it comes to looking at the overall picture when it comes to health, wellness, and also, of course, taking care of ourselves when it comes to our workplace as well. Kevin, really appreciate the time today. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Cyrus, and it's great to be with your audience in Mississippi.
Yeah, but this is a really important topic. We're definitely seeing it here in the South as people are nationwide, Kevin. So in terms of wellness, how are employees feeling as a result of the pandemic right now?
I would say, Cyrus, in summary, better, but not great yet. In the Bank of America Annual Workplace Benefits Report, this is one of the most critical items we study every year. And currently, 51% of employees feel good or excellent about their financial well-being, slightly higher than a year ago, which is promising, but not yet at pre-pandemic levels in terms of how they felt. So it's slowly improving, but there's work to be done.
Yeah, and this is something, as I mentioned, Kevin, that you guys have been able to note that both employers and employees are having to kind of contend with. So how have benefits uses changed during the pandemic, Kevin? What did you guys find there?
So I would say, Cyrus, on this, for some benefits, dramatically in the past year or two. Let me give you a few examples, again, from our research. Significant expansion in health benefits, some related, obviously, to the conditions of the past year in terms of access, in terms of screening and other things, but also just increased access like virtual teledoc-type medicine for any medical issue employees can have, that they could have an easier way to access from home, given what was going on there. Also, Cyrus, creation of new benefits. A lot of employers have created mental and health programs that now exist, emotional well-being programs, access to counselors, also expanding employee assistance programs. And then the last thing, Cyrus, I would say is change in benefits delivery. You know, people want things real time and easy to access, so they want to pick up their phone or their other device and be able to look at benefits, look at information, and take action. And particularly in the past year or two, that's quickly advanced in terms of employers offering more of those real-time services.
Yeah. Kevin, it's been great to hear about so many businesses have been able to increase wages and benefits for their employees. But what can employers do when it comes to increasing their employees' overall well-being, not just financially, but also thinking about the whole person as we're kind of dealing with our new normal now?
Yeah, great question, Cyrus. The first thing I would say, employers need to ask their employees about their needs for the programs. In this Workplace Benefits Report, we did that, and what the employees said were three things. One, they want a combination of quickly being able to understand and access physical well-being programs, emotional well-being programs, and financial well-being programs. Why they say that is an individual who has financial issues, I can almost guarantee you, is having some emotional stress, and if they're having emotional stress, they're having physical well-being issues. So employees are really demanding their employer offer all three types of those programs. Second, and this is pretty amazing, employees want more information. If the employer is offering programs, tell me more about it. And we found in the study a lot of employers only tell employees once a year. And if you can do things digitally now in other ways, tell the employee monthly or quarterly what's going on so they can act on it. And then third, the employees want more abilities to plan and tools to plan, such things as healthcare costs in the future, daily budgeting, reducing debt, retirement income. And if you give them those tools, they'll use them. and they'll plan, but they want more of that, even beyond just retirement savings, so they can take action on their entire life.
Kevin, it's a lot of great information coming from this benefits report this year. I want to ask you, though, when it comes to how the workplace benefits programs have evolved. You mentioned, of course, some of the changes there. Do you see that being something that will continue as we kind of look at how the workforce is becoming more diversified?
Great point, Cyrus. And I do. And I always like to say the employers, there's now a renewed war for talent. And it's truly that. I mean, employers have to work really hard to attract employees with attractive benefits and, as you said, other types of things like compensation, because the employees are much more in a powerful position to demand action by their employers. And so, the demands I talked about earlier that the employees want, employers need to act on that, because employees are making decisions to go to a company, stay with a company, be loyal to a company based on how good they feel about their benefits. And we also see there are differences. Age groups for, younger people are different than older people in their demands and needs and how they want to access. So employers have to be sensitive and understand that and be flexible in how they communicate by those different age groups, for example.
Yeah, such a great point. I love the point you made. And one thing I've seen definitely here in the South, Kevin, is the influence that employees are having right now, because there are a lot of openings and people are having to work harder to entice people to come. Last thing I want to ask you, though, is do you have any tips for employees looking to make the most of their workplace benefits offerings right now?
3 things, Cyrus. Understand, monitor, and act. So the first thing for employees is understand what the employer offers, and as I said earlier, it's on the employer to communicate that, but understand. Take a look, understand what your employer is offering. Second, monitor in terms of on a frequent basis how you're doing. I mean, if you're in a 401k plan, you can look at your balances. Don't have to do it every day, but look quarterly. Look a couple times a year. See how you're doing. See how you're performing. And then third, act. Look, again, on a 401k, look every year, and, maybe you tweak your retirement savings contribution, or you look at your investments and tweak that. But definitely take actions. If you have a little more money, as you said, salaries are going up, put a little bit more towards immediate savings in a bank account, and just take, usually on an annual basis, some level of actions to improve your financial well-being.
Love that, Kevin. Again, everyone, Kevin Crain, the head of Workplace Solutions Integration at Bank of America, has been our guest, giving us some great insight from the Workplace Benefits Report this year. Kevin, where can our audience go for more information?
bankofamerica.com is the easiest place to go. And you can put in keywords like retirement savings, financial well-being, financial education, and they can get all the information that they'd want, and it's all in one place there.
Kevin, really appreciate the time and the information today, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Thanks so much, Cyrus.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our news you can use here at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.